Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and I go by Ash Mim, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the scalp and how its health affects the quality of our hair. So obviously there are a few things that we need to realize. We can use a plant as representation for our hair, right? Our hair is the plant, our scalp is basically the soil. So when the soil is rich and it's maintained, the plant becomes healthy, right? You can have rich soil, but if you don't water it, the plant is going to dry up and die. It's the same thing with our scalp. Our scalp naturally produces sebum, right? And for us curly girls or girls with coils, it's a bit harder for the sebum to go down our hair. So by us maintaining the scalp, daily moisturizing it routinely, it makes it easier for the sebum to go down our hair strands and for it to be protected. So we're just going to go through 5 tips that we can use to maintain our scalp, to make it healthier over time, which will also improve the quality of our hair. So the first thing that we need to do is to wash according to the scalp's needs. So there's one thing that a lot of us have done before, myself included. In the past, when I used to get knotless braids done, I would only wash my hair after I've removed the braids, and I would keep those knotless braids in for like 2 whole months. So I think it was only once ever that I got like a cleaning cloth and put some, I think that was eucalyptus oil and a bit of shampoo, and I tried cleaning in between the lines really gently because I didn't want to mess up the hairstyle. But that was the only time I have ever cleaned my scalp in between the whole 2 months period of having those braids in. And my scalp was on fire every single day. Like every single day. It was terrible. And like, it's a good thing. It's really understandable if you want to maintain that hairstyle, because like you paid money for it. It took a long time for it to be put in your head. But at the end of the day, you have to choose what's most important to you. Is it you yourself? And by you yourself, I mean your scalp. Is your scalp more important than that hairstyle, or is the hairstyle more important? If the hairstyle is more important to you, then that's something that you really need to reconsider, because at the end of the day, wouldn't you want to represent yourself at the most healthy version of yourself? Because over time, your scalp condition is just going to get worse and worse, and the state of it is going to be shown through your hair. Even when doing your hair, it's not going to be as easy. Detangling will become more difficult because your hair keeps breaking off. So these are things that we really need to think about. If you want to keep a hairstyle for a really long time, that's up to you. But you shouldn't neglect your hair while it's in that style. You still need to maintain it. You can still wash your hair while it's in knotless braids. And you can, like, for example, think of how people do retwists, right? If you're keeping in knotless braids for 2 months, you can just do a palm roll retwist. Your hair is not going to lock up in 2 months because you keep it in those braids anyways and it stays fine. You can just do that for maintenance, but still keep your scalp maintained, because it's not healthy for us to keep our scalps dirty. It's not good for your health as well, because think of all the bacteria, all the germs that you have come across in those 2 months. And another one of the points that I wanted to talk about is that you should nourish your scalp routinely. What I mean by this is that we should try to learn when our scalp tends to become dry, and we should learn what type of products our scalp is okay with and not okay with, because there are certain ingredients in certain products that you might be allergic to. That also applies to your scalp. Like, for example, let's say if I was allergic to avocado oil, I can't use it on my scalp because it will like flare up and there'll be bumps and it'll be itchy and things like that. So if you've got a product line that we know, set of products or natural ingredients that we can use on our scalp, we should use them routinely whenever our scalp needs to be nourished, just to ensure that it's maintained, it stays just fine. Just think of how soil is. We put fertilizer, we water it when it needs to be watered. It's not a water your hair every single day thing. It's not a water your hair every week or once a month. It depends on you, because at the end of the day, that's your scalp. I don't know what your scalp needs. I've never seen your scalp. Only you know what your scalp needs. So we need to learn how our scalps, what they need, when they need these things, and maintain it. Another thing that we can do is to massage our scalps daily, preferably at night, because it's the easiest time to add it, like just before bed, so that you can have a relaxing moment just before you sleep. Scalp massages help with increasing blood flow. They also feel nice, and they also help the products penetrate into the scalp much easier. Now this part is for the girls that may have underlying scalp issues. So two of the main, like the most common signs that will ever appear on your scalp if you've got like some issue underneath is a rash and itchiness. If you've got these two things that happen periodically, just try to observe what's going on, what products have changed, if any ingredients have changed, and also you should routinely visit a doctor, however bad it may be. If it's not that bad, maybe you just go see a doctor, see what they say. Maybe once a month you go to the doctor, check on your scalp, make sure it's healthy. But if it's something that's every day, then it's a really serious problem, because we need to stop normalizing the itchiness and the rashes. Another thing that can also cause itchiness is the hair that you use when you're braiding your hair, like synthetic hair. You might be reacting to it or having irritations and stuff like that. One thing that I've seen people do is that they would wash the synthetic hair, like do an ACV rinse before they braid their hair, just to get rid of the toxins. So that's one thing that you could possibly do. Just visit a doctor or dermatologist routinely to make sure that your scalp is healthy. And the last thing, and I think the most important thing, is that we should avoid a lot of tension on our scalp. This message goes mostly to people who like to get their hair done in a very tight way. Like, you know what I mean by having your hair too tight. And when you reach home, you need to put some ice on your scalp just so that you can feel better. Like, that is too much. Like, girls, let's stop. We need to love ourselves more than this, because we are hurting ourselves in the long run. Having a lot of tension on your scalp, it compromises the base of your hair, because it's pulling at the root. It makes things so tight and so compact that even the hair follicle itself can begin to come out slowly with time. That's why you notice that people who do a lot of tight hairstyles, maybe they might not have edges, or maybe you can see that the hair is thinning out, the density is becoming less, because their root is literally being pulled out of the scalp. And that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for listening in. If you've got any tips and contributions, please mention them in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.